Well, it's important just to put some consistent performances. I know that everybody wants to win. We want to win, and I just but like I say, you've got to, when you get back behind the 8 ball a little bit, you've got to just play the process and work and believe in what you're trying to do. And to get the 2 wins, to get the 3 performances we did over this period as well was crucial. The team we put together against Castleford went out and did a fantastic job. I think that's then pushed the lads who've come in and did a job against Leeds. And then we also believe that our home form is something, our consistency at home has got to be better for our supporters, for our own good. I think we delivered that over all those 3 games, especially the Leeds and the Catalan game.
This period is tested the strongest of squads. You've not got the thickest of squads, but you've come out of this looking pretty good, haven't you?
We've come out of it all right. I think it's like I say, it's just who comes out of it the least beaten up. And we had some players coming back. I had the luxury, like I say, of putting quite a young side in against Castleford because I knew that I only had a group of players that could play once over that weekend. So the 6 and 7 changes I made with an eye on winning the 1 game against Leeds here came off. It worked. So like I say, it could have backfired. We could have had, but we wouldn't have used all the players. Well, you go to Castleford and you just, like I say, we were a young side and a fearless approach, and we put a performance in that inspired these next 2 performances. And what these are the tough games are now. I say the Catalan game and the St Helens game on a short turnaround. Well, for us they will be, and for those people that played 2 games over the bank holiday, those that didn't play 2 games over the bank holiday, it's probably going to be just a normal run of the week.
Yeah, because most sides haven't had that, have they?
No, I think it's wrong. It's totally preposterous that you put these in and everybody's tested, and then 2 sides decide that they're not going to play.
You think they should have stepped in and made them play it all?
Yeah, I think they should have made them play. But that again, that's just the situation we're in, and it's not St Helens' fault or Huddersfield's fault. The depth of squads, and what we've seen this year is those sides that stay healthy do pretty well. And the test has been over this period now that, like, keeping people healthy, that next big step. And the confidence sides have gone on and played well. Your Wakefields and your Castlefords have done a really good job over this weekend.
What was the key to winning on Sunday? Because I looked at I wasn't at the game, I was at Castleford, but I looked at the report and quite a few sim minutes. Is it just a case of just digging in and?
Well, they're a side they're a side that's not very disciplined. They've got that in them, and we knew that if we kept the ball in the field, that we'd have more. They've had to travel. There's lots of things when you get Catalan side. We knew that they're in a little bit of strife at the moment. I think they've been forced to go back after they lost a game over here when they're supposed to have stayed over for the week, and then they had to travel like we had to travel by bus to Barcelona, and they've come over a domestic flight, which is it's a massive challenge, especially on a short turnaround, especially when you're under so much fatigue. So it was keep the tempo high, try and keep the game flowing, keep the ball in the field, and you know that we're going to find a way of breaking them down eventually, but maybe it will have been the last 20 minutes. I thought we were really good value throughout. Like I say, we're a bit disappointed in ourselves because we bombed about 4 chances that were pretty clean, like a bit better skill. Then it could have been a real strong scoreline.
Aaron and Rangi at half back, how's that been working?
Just having Az has been playing well as well. He's a good player, but having a half back in the side has been pretty good, if I'm honest. The last 2 games, like I say, just somebody that plays like a half, understands his role as a half, and contributes to the game. Like I said, we've just not had that all year. Like I say, and hopefully this next part of the year, over the next week or so, we're looking at, with the break as well, with the Challenge Cup weekend, with Joe Mellor and Tom Gilmore, Lloyd White, just getting that amount of training under the belt that's going to give us a big push towards the end of the year.
Brad's got used to playing with him now, has he got used to his surroundings here?
Oh, we've still got so much more to do. It's not getting used to playing with him. You can't do that over 4 sessions and a couple of games. There's a lot more to come. I think Rangi's confident in the people around him now. He's starting to feel comfortable. I think we simplified our game a little bit to help him, but we just wanted to pass the ball a little bit more. Also, just to use the skill set we've got in our forwards.
You mentioned lads possibly coming back. down the track. Anybody picking anything up on?
Yeah, we took a couple of bangs on the way. I'd say it's just some tough knocks. I think. Well, Reece Hamby won't play. So Reece was absolutely outstanding. I'd say offensive misses and his yardage on the weekend were back where we wanted him all year, about 2 years previous. So he's going to be a bit of a blow to us. Chris Bridges is up on a charge, so we're going to take the early guilty play on that, and he's going to miss a week.
What's the options for centre and full back?
Well, Steph Marsh is back in training. Steph will come back into it, and young Jack Johnson still on loan, and he played pretty well against Castleford. I say he took the opportunity. He'd have probably played against Leeds, but for having a dead leg, and Ryan Ince took that opportunity and played pretty well after a good game against Cass, and he even changed himself in the side. So Jack's been unlucky not to stay in the team, but he comes back in now on the back of an injury.
Reece is a big ball because he has been playing well, hasn't he?
He has. Like I say, the trouble we had is that it's putting a number of games together with everybody, and he's been carrying a knee niggle for most of the year, and it's just flared up again.
You mentioned Saints. I mean, obviously they've only had the 2 games in the 8 days. Castle almost used that as motivation on Sunday, didn't they?
I don't think they used it as motivation. They used it as the fact that they put some young kids in. They put a challenge to those kids. They changed the side a little bit, and it was the confidence that's oozing out of there at the moment. If you've watched the game back when you were there, you said you were there. They didn't really deserve. They didn't deserve to lose St Helens, but then again, they didn't deserve to win either. And Castleford just stuck in there and had enough people playing well with the confidence to get the 2 tries at the end of the game that they got them the victory.
Last time you played Saints down here, it was similar circumstances. You come off the back of Easter and whatnot, and you absolutely smothered them. They couldn't get out there on 30 or 40. Is that the key to beating Saints, keeping them at arm's length?
I think it's key to beat with most sides. Keep them inside their own 20 and don't give them a chance to score. It's a pretty easy tactic.
Yeah. But they're really frustrated them.
They were struggling with some injuries as well at that time, and they've got a number of players that are playing well now. I think Percival's playing well in the weekend. I thought he looked dangerous with the ball. Johnny's back in the side. I think Tommy Makinson rightly deserves that call up to the England squad as well. I think he's been absolutely outstanding in this last month or so. And Alex Wormsley on the back of that. It's like, so they say when you work through their side and you see that Wormsley, the yardage he's making, how much difficult he is, and then the quick play the balls he gives Rob, and Roby's starting to move again. They're starting to look like a threatening team again. And I think Justin coming in has given them a bit of a boost, and that's what happens. They look at simplifying things a little bit and just playing to their strengths, and I think that's what he's given them the last couple of weeks. I think they weren't unlucky, like I say, but it was a close game. It could have gone either way at certain stages, and Castleford are just that side at the moment that just don't know how to lose.
Over the years, irrespective of where Widnes have been on the table, the Saints Widnes games have always been quite close. The Saints have never had a comfortable game against Widnes.
No, I think there's very few sides that have had a comfortable game against us over the last couple of years. And the tough thing is when you look at our win-loss, it's not great, but I think we have been overall competitive with the likes of Wigan, Leeds, Cass, St Helens, Warrington, all those local derbies. They've been the best out ones as well. So it's always a big fixture for us. I say we're seen as the poorer cousin kind of thing, and we want to put a statement out there that we're in the fight, and we're going to be punching away as long as we can.
So give you a little bit of a lift just to get off that bottom. Nobody likes being bottom of the table. It gives you that little bit of a lift, or do you not take any notice of the table?
Well, we didn't feel like we were a bottom table side anyway. We were waiting for the right people to get back in the positions, and we were just looking at, again, a little bit of coach speak in that, but the process is believe in our purpose, understand what we're trying to do, and get the right people on the field doing their job the right way. And I think we're starting to see a little bit of that. Like I say, over the last, in spits and spats, we've seen that when we've put the right people on the field. And there's still a long way going this year. I know there's a split in 6 games, but there's still, like I say, overall there's a lot of rugby to be played. There's 13, 14 games to be played, and there's a lot to go.
In those 6 games, I mean, is the idea just to keep things ticking over and get yourself in a good position for whatever happens after the split, or is it?
We picked the team that wants to win, but we've got to be smart in the sense that, like I said, there's a lot of games to go and there's a crucial part of the season going, and you need your best players fit. So playing them too early, running them out when they're only half fit, breaking them again. Like I say, just got to be smart with how you look at the squad and how you use it. I'm going to need the exuberance of use, and I'm going to need the quality of experience.